like Latoya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
With DAV on my side, I was able to pursue my dreams. If my story can touch a heart, it can change a life. My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Latoya Lucas, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
These days, news seems to come from all directions, and it can be overwhelming. Simplify your intake by watching news from where you live. WJFW NBC Newswatch 12. We deliver critical local and national news, sports highlights, and weather updates. Watch us daily on Channel 12. Visit us at WJFW.com or like us on Facebook. We are NBC Newswatch 12.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Live on NBC 12, this is Newswatch 12 Today.
Good morning, and thank you for starting your day with us. I'm Jackie Smith.
And I'm Michael Lodholtz.
Well, the snow is kind of, in some places, it's on the grass.
Yeah, you know, it's on the grass, you know, it's out there, but it's not really amounting to much, honestly.
No, it's not really going to change anything, no. I don't think.
But hopefully, you know, Devin, he's in the Weather Center now with us. And Devin, is there any optimism in the next few days? Maybe we'll see some snow coming?
I mean, over the next few days, I think it's safe to say we'll get something at least.
It's a kind forecast you have then.
Yeah, very something. In fact, we do have a little bit of snow falling out there as well over in parts of Tomahawk. Our camera here is actually picking that up this morning. So let's take this camera full, and here we go. We can see some of the bits of snow that's flying out and about over in parts of the Tomahawk area this morning. Unfortunately, not really accumulating into much of anything for those that really wanted for snowmobiling or other activities, but at least we're starting to cool off enough where at least they can make the snow, right? But otherwise, again, here we go. So visibility levels not too bad, but we do have those flurries out there, like in Tomahawk, other areas seeing some reduced visibilities, like in Manitowish Waters and Arborvitae, as they're seeing some snow this morning. But otherwise, though, in our backyard, again, a lot of this is not showing up on the radar, these snow flurries. Again, not much density with it, and of course, kind of hard to see the snow on the radar, but those flurries will be falling out there for at least a while yet, but they'll start to taper off later on today, or at least later on this morning, with the clouds starting to break up in some areas this afternoon. So we should get some sunshine going for a bit, too, especially by the afternoon. But temperatures right now a little bit cool in some spots. So we're starting off in the upper teens this morning across the Northwoods, 15 degrees in Manitowish Waters. As you head farther south, a little bit warmer as most areas there in the upper teens, even some lower 20s. But look at the wind. It's out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour, even up to 10 miles per hour in a few spots. So mainly higher as you head up toward Hancock. But otherwise, though, the wind's going over a wide open Lake Superior, which is why we're seeing some of those lake effect snow flurries this morning. But otherwise, while you're out the door forecast for today, we're going to get the snow out of here. But temperatures stay reaching for the lower to middle 20s under a partly cloudy sky.
Wisconsin was among 7 other state capitals targeted by bomb threats on Wednesday. But unlike other states, the State House in Madison was not locked down or evacuated. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel says Wisconsin Capitol Police received a generic email threat and took additional measures to ensure the safety of the building and those working inside. Wisconsin Capitol is one of the most accessible state houses in the country, with a full-time police force in the building, but no metal detectors or requirements to show security badges to enter. Wednesday's Capitol complexes in 7 other states include Mississippi, Michigan, Kentucky, Georgia, and Connecticut, were all impacted by similar threats. Most of the buildings reopened after they were successfully cleared.
A Green Bay woman is accused of neglecting her bedridden mother, leaving her in filth. Elizabeth Drake appeared in court Thursday on a charge of intentionally subjecting an individual at risk to abuse, causing bodily harm. According to the criminal complaint, a delivery driver called 911 and said she could hear a woman yelling for help inside the home. An officer arrived and found Drake standing on the porch where she said it was her mother yelling, and said she always yells for help due to her wanting to go to the hospital. The criminal complaint also said when officers entered the home, they noticed the strong odor of animals, garbage, urine, and feces. If convicted, Elizabeth Drake may face a sentence of up to 6 years and a possible fine of up to $10,000. During her Thursday court appearance, a judge set a signature bond of $5,000 and ordered her to have no contact with her mother.
The alleged kidnappers of an 11-year-old girl were possibly in contact with her weeks before the abduction. The Iowa County Sheriff's Office announced the arrest of of 3 suspects, all from South Dakota. Zachary Delosier, Sarah Guadino, and Isaiah Shrivers. The daughter told the police that she remembered being with her parents at the home and then waking up in a vehicle, not knowing where she was or how she got to Wisconsin. The mother told police 2 people had been sexting her daughter within the last few weeks, and she knew one of them was an adult but didn't know his name because he allegedly used multiple social media accounts under different names, according to the document. All 3 suspects are looking at a level 5 felony of kidnapping, which, according to Indiana law, carries a penalty of up to 6 years in prison and a fine of $10,000. It is the second lowest felony level in the state.
Agreeing on a problem doesn't mean agreeing on a solution.
The crisis at the southern border is making that clear, as are recent efforts to address it. Amy Kiley has a look at the negotiations.
America is at a breaking point with record levels of illegal immigration.
We have a broken immigration system that is the one single fact about which everyone agrees.
What lawmakers don't agree on is how to fix it. A GOP visit to Eagle Pass, Texas yesterday is emphasizing that division and renewing calls for compromise.
H.R. 2 is the necessary ingredient.
H.R. 2 doesn't have Democratic votes.
H.R. 2 would codify some Trump-era border policies, like keeping migrants in Mexico during the asylum-seeking process. Even some lawmakers who support the plan say it's doomed.
I'm negotiating with a White House that vehemently disagrees and has already said they're going to veto that, and a Democratic Senate.
Instead of H.R. 2, the White House says it wants more funding for Border Patrol agents and immigration judges. Senate negotiators are working on bipartisan changes to asylum laws and parole policies. They're also considering more power for expulsions and border shutdowns. But many House Republicans say they'll only back H.R. 2 or a bill like it. That's even though senators are discussing ideas conservatives usually support.
Our goal has been to find a practical solution to the crisis.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And coming up in international news, find out what the United States Air Force has recovered that's been missing since November.
Plus, see how many prisoners have been exchanged in a recent prisoner exchange between Russia and Ukraine. We'll take you around the world when we come back.
Whether you're just starting out, looking for a change, or returning to the industry, Cost Cutters will help you grow and support you in achieving your career goals. Now hiring at all locations. Visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
Elmo's daddy listens and his daddy cares.
I do, about Elmo's thoughts and feelings. When Elmo's happy or scared, I'll take care of you.
Carpet City.
Uh-oh. Did your holiday hosting create a couple extra stains in your carpet? Or do you just need an update for your old flooring? Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and start your year off right with free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation. If money is a little tight, Carpet City Flooring Center can help make your project affordable with interest-free financing. Get your free carpet installation today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
See the exceptional selection of jewelry at Golden Carat Jewelers. Artistic handmade jewelry by Michu and Bella Trois. Fashion-forward designs by Mira T. and Frederick Sage. The latest trends and the forever classics from Facet Barcelona, Catan, and more. Your full-service jewelry store in downtown Minocqua, Golden Carat Jewelers has a surprise for everyone.
Moondeer and Friends Gallery in downtown Boulder Junction offers an eclectic mix of contemporary fine art and craft, antiques, professional custom frame service, and many other smaller gift items, featuring the work of gallery owner Sarah Mender, as well as over 150 other regional artists.
Whether you're just starting out, looking for a change, or returning to the industry, Cost Cutters will help you grow and support you in achieving your career goals. Now hiring at all locations. Visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
Alrighty, welcome back. Let's get things rolling out there this morning. Saw some snow flurries falling out there. We can see a little bit of those falling across parts of the Tomahawk area this morning. There's been some falling across Rhinelander and most of the Northwoods as well. Some lake effect snow flurries have been falling too. We can see some of the reductions in visibility near parts of the Arborvitae area. We had some Manswich waters earlier, but it looks like now any reductions in visibility are rather minimal, but we still have snow flurries moving about the area. But the radar and satellite does not look impressive at all, but we do have the snow flurries that are kind of hiding about. They're kind of hiding underneath the radar, but we can see the clouds coming off of Lake Superior, so we do know there is at least some development taking place there this morning. We'll start to see that taper off later this morning with regards to the snow flurries, but by this afternoon, the clouds will start to break up to give us a little bit of sunshine coming up, as well as high pressure will be moving in, helping to break up the clouds for a while this afternoon. In fact, we'll be mostly clear for a little while later on tonight as well, allowing temperatures to fall in a few spots. So futurecast moving forward for today, a partly cloudy sky will be the common idea as the snow flurries taper off, especially later this afternoon. We'll start to get that out of here. It'll be mostly clear for a while tonight, but notice those clouds will be on the increase as we head towards Friday morning. Then throughout the day Friday, we'll be under a mostly cloudy sky, maybe some sunshine in our southern counties. But then we get to watch for snow chances that will begin to move on in as well. And those snow chances Friday night and parts of Saturday will give us a little bit of snow, maybe some minor accumulations up around an inch or two before we're all finished up. So it's nothing too exciting, though, but compared to what we've had so far, we'll take any kind of snow that we can get at this point, right? But really, the system's going to develop a little bit like this. So we're going to see some snow developing, mainly along and north of the Wausau area. That'll last through parts of Saturday. We'll start to catch a little bit of a break throughout Saturday night into parts of Sunday. Then by Sunday, a lot of this starts to taper off. But then we get to watch another system that looks to develop as well from the southwest to the north and east. This is grabbing some national headlines already. Although we could see some snow from this system, the better fanfare will be taking place across parts of southern Wisconsin and parts of Illinois. So if you're traveling south next week, though, you'll want to watch this closely. We'll get something up here, but nothing too meaningful to get the trails open and such. But otherwise, though, temperatures, or winds, excuse me, out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour this morning. A little bit more on the gustier side up in the Hancock area this morning, up to around 15 miles per hour. We'll have gusty winds today, maybe reaching up to around maybe 10 miles per hour at its best, so it won't be too windy at all today. But by tonight, we'll see some gusty winds up to around 15, perhaps 20 miles per hour as we head up toward the UP area, and some of those gusty winds could continue into parts of Friday as well. But temperatures right now are in the upper teens, so lower 20s this morning, as our average high temperature should actually be in the 20s this time of the year, though, so a little bit cooler. 23 degrees is that average high. We'll do middle 20s today, lower 30s Friday all the way through at least Tuesday of next week, and a little bit of a cool down on the way by Wednesday. Lower 20s, a longer-term forecast showing a longer-term cool down on the way. Middle 20s today, partly cloudy, southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, here we go, 15 degrees, cooling off again, partly cloudy, southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. So Friday, we're looking pretty good, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the lower 30s. Still chances Friday night and a Saturday. An inch or two could occur with that. Sunday and a Monday were dry, and more snow possible by Tuesday. Michael?
Thank you, Devin. On Wednesday, the U.S. Air Force announced it has recovered the black box from an Osprey crash in November. The CV-22 military plane went down off the coast of Japan during a routine training mission, and all 8 crew members on board were unfortunately killed. So far, the Air Force has not announced what caused the Osprey to crash, but according to a preliminary investigation from the Navy, a, quote, potential material failure caused the mishap. The box will be sent to labs for data retrieval and analysis, which could take several weeks. The investigation is ongoing. And for the first time in nearly 5 months, Ukraine and Russia swapped prisoners of war. Russia's defense minister said its forces handed over 248 prisoners to Ukraine, while the Ukrainians returned 230 soldiers and civilians to Russia. It is the first major swap of war prisoners since August, and Moscow said it is the largest documented so far. According to Russia, the United Arab Emirates helped mediate the talks leading up to this exchange. The war between Ukraine and Russia has stretched into its 22nd month. While there were frequent prisoner exchanges in the early stages of the conflict, the number has since dropped since the start of 2023.
And coming up in medical news, see how your sleeping habits tonight can affect your brain 10 years from now. Plus, learn about a study that found a correlation between hearing loss and an early demise.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Stop by your local Ford dealer today for the best offers on our full lineup of winter-ready Ford trucks and SUVs.
The new Miracle Blade World Class 2012 Professional Series is the best set of knives you'll ever own. The spectacular World Class 2012 Series, over a $300 value for just $39.95. But we're just getting started. We'll send you a complete second set of Miracle Blades for free. That's right, another entire set, a $300 value for free. Just pay shipping and processing. And we're still not done. If you're one of the first 500 callers, we'll send you 2 additional Miracle Blade World Class Slicers. That's an additional $80 value, totally free. Miracle Blade World Class is also guaranteed for life. We'll replace any damaged knife at any time for any reason for free forever. Over $600 worth of knives for just one payment of $39.95. Don't miss this opportunity. Call right now or just log on to miracleblade.com.
And welcome back. So hopefully, if you're just waking up, you got a good night's rest, because a bad night's sleep can cost you tomorrow and 10 years from now. A new study found that people with more interrupted sleep are more than twice as likely to have memory and thinking problems a decade later. Researchers started by tracking the sleep quality of a group of people in their 30s and 40s. Then they gave more than 500 of them cognitive tests 10 years later, and low scores were correlated with those who experienced interrupted sleep during initial testing. And those most likely to sleep poorly were male, Black, and had a history of depression and a high body mass index. And if you want to live a long life, then you need to wear your hearing aids. That's according to a new study published Wednesday. The researchers looked at 13 years of data involving nearly 10,000 adults. Among those, more than 1,800 were identified as having hearing loss. And the researchers found that those who regularly used hearing aids were 24% less likely to have an early death. And that is compared to the adults who never wore hearing aids. The study's authors also say there was no difference in risk of death between those who never wore hearing aids and those who wore them occasionally.
And up after the break, we're going to be joined for another edition of sports. We see the Three Lakes Blue Jays as one of the best basketball teams in our area, and the Packers are gearing up for their playoff against the Bears.
I experienced upper back and neck pain and tightness that caused severe tension headaches pretty much on a daily basis.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Drager. The first thing we do when somebody comes as a new patient is we sit down and we listen. We talk, we have to put the puzzle together. Part of it is you have to have an accurate diagnosis. So many people come in with a misplaced diagnosis, and it leads to years of unnecessary pain.
After regular chiropractor adjustments and the Atlas Pro Felix treatment, my symptoms are gone. I feel amazing. I am grateful for my care that I experienced at Drager Chiropractic.
unmistakably Featherstone. Far from ordinary, right at home. You have dreams, make them reality. Featherstone. Unmistakably, unmistakably, unmistakably Featherstone.
Bam! My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today.
Better days start today. Get the cash you need with Oasis.
There's no risk. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500,000 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. Use it for bills, rent, whatever you need help with. So call now or go online to apply. Remember, there's no risk to you.
Better days.
Better days.
Better days start today.
Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case.
Call now. Once approved, get your money in as little as 24 hours. 1-800-745-9991.
The Three Lakes Blue Jays have been one of the best basketball teams in our area so far this winter. The team currently sits at 9-2, and they are at the top of the Northern Lakes Conference. With 8 seniors, this is a team that knows it's their last chance to make a run in the state tournament. We swung by Three Lakes yesterday to see how the Blue Jays are preparing for 2024. The Blue Jays are a team full of experience. With 8 of the 10 varsity players being seniors, these kids have been playing together for a decade now, and they couldn't be happier to have one more season as a group.
We've been doing pretty good. Like you said, we're all seniors. We've been together for a couple years. We've been separated from JV and varsity for a while. So this year we're finally able to get our core of guys back together. So it's been really good. We're off to a hot start.
Three Lakes senior Jared Kaufman is in the middle of a milestone year. The forward just joined the 1,000-point club in the Blue Jays' most recent game, but he has certainly pushed the credit for that accomplishment elsewhere.
You know, it's been a lot of work over the years since, 3rd, 4th grade. My mom is a coach throughout, Coach Volkman, Coach Fiorio. All the coaches give me the opportunity to play ball.
For years now, Coach Brad Volkman has stressed to this group about winning their final game together. With their final games approaching fast, this group is determined to finish things on their terms.
2 steps down the lane. We've been together for years, and something that Coach Volkman said when he was coaching us in 6th grade, we want to win our last game together. So that brings all the motivation we need.
The Blue Jays have goals to make a run deep into March. It is the collective unit of close friends and longtime teammates that this group is leaning on, knowing that it is not a team built on individuals.
I would say that we're all friends. Everybody has each other's backs. Everyone plays for each other, not for themselves. Stats don't mean anything to us.
The Blue Jays will have their shot to prove themselves on Thursday night when they travel to Florence to take on the Bobcats in a battle of the Northern Lakes Conference's 2 best teams. The Milwaukee Bucks were back in action last night. They faced off against a familiar foe in the Indiana Pacers. The game against the Pacers was this team's 2nd matchup in a row and the 5th and final time these division rivals will be playing each other in the regular season. So let's see if the Bucks can get a little payback or if Indiana would continue their dominance. First quarter action, Bruce Brown with the ball for the Pacers. He's going to post up Damian Lillard in the lane. Nice move. He elevates for the bucket. Pacers with an early lead. Second quarter now. Giannis Antetokounmpo taking the ball up the court for the Bucks. He's going to pull up for 3, and he is going to knock that one down to cut into the Pacer lead. We move ahead to the 4th quarter. Bucks have the ball. Good defense by Buddy Hield. Going to lead to a fast break. He lobs one off the backboard for Miles Turner, who slams it home. Pacers, they roll in this one. They win it 142 to 130. Some news out of the Wisconsin football program last night. Senior linebacker Mema Jongmeta announced over social media he will declare for the 2024 NFL Draft. In his 3 years as a Badger linebacker, Jongmeta amassed 158 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 interception, and recovered 3 fumbles. Jongmeta jumped onto the scene his junior season, where he led the team with 95 tackles. Despite the down year number-wise, John Meta proved himself to be an important part of this Badger defense and looks to continue the trend of Wisconsin linebackers having successful NFL careers. It's been a good week at the office for Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Yesterday, he was named Week 17 NFC Offensive Player of the Week for his performance against the Minnesota Vikings. Love picked apart the Vikings secondary all evening long, going 24 for 33, throwing for 256 yards and 3 touchdowns to go along with 1 more touchdown on the ground. Now Love has an opportunity not many first-year quarterbacks in Green Bay have had, taking the squad to the playoffs in their first year as the guy. Back to you guys, morning crew.
All right, thank you very much, Drew. This morning out here on the weather deck here, Buck Zero and I are just chilling out here, enjoying the snow flurries that are falling out and about this morning. We have about a dusting of snow here on the ground, so nothing too exciting, but we've had at least a little bit of snow falling out and about this morning. Temperatures are a little bit cooler out here this morning as well. We're starting off in the upper teens, even some lower 20s overall. You have to look toward Phillips and parts of Arborvitae, Mantuish Waters as well for middle teens for temperatures this morning. So a little bit cool in a few spots, and we do have some visibility reductions near Arborvitae, Mantuish Waters because of the snow flurries this morning, although we do have a little bit falling here in the Rhinelander area as well. Now, the radar and satellite isn't quite showing the snow flurries very well, but they are falling. You can see the clouds developing off of Lake Superior, so that gives us a general idea that we do have some snow flurries occurring this morning. Otherwise, as we zoom things out, pretty much otherwise, the rest of the area is quiet. And as high pressure moves in, the pattern's going to change a bit, and these snow flurries will start to taper off later on this morning, will then become partly cloudy for the rest of the day. Travel forecast moving forward, showing temperatures in the 20s across the western parts of the state with a partly cloudy sky. For us, so here we go, middle 20s, partly cloudy, upper 20s in Green Bay, or further down to the south. Here we go, some 30s being noted further down to the south. A little more coming up after the break.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left. Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying something?
What's really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Ho Chung Gaming Wittenberg.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Want to catch some catchphrases?
Oh, yes, faster. Jeepers, Jeepers.
You won't be able to get them out of your head.
Up your nose with a rubber hose. Oh, my stars.
And that's a good thing.
God will get you for that.
Catch classic catchphrases all day long on Antenna TV.
Live on NBC 12, this is Newswatch 12 Today.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Michael Lodholtz.
And I'm Jackie Smith.
New progress is being made in Taylor County towards fighting health problems.
Yes, the county recently installed new public health vending machines that are accessible for free.
Newswatch 12's Austin Kurisu learned more on what the new vending machines have to offer.
Some people may find it difficult to find the resources they need when it comes to health problems, but the Taylor County Health Department is making that process easier by the simple push of a button.
The
goals of our vending machine is really to save lives.
Last fall, the Taylor County Health Department received a grant from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services for the purchase and installation of 2 new public health vending machines.
Over the last month, we were able to distribute over 40 doses of naloxone to the community, over 90 fentanyl test strips, and over 25 first aid kits to the community.
The vending machines include items at no cost that anyone of the public can receive.
We include things like naloxone, which is an overdose reversal medication. We include fentanyl test strips. We include lethal means reduction items such as gun locks or medication disposal bags. And we also include CPR masks with our first aid kits.
The vending machines are located at the Taylor County Courthouse and Taylor County Human Services during the building's hours of operation.
Having things like this available helps protect our environment, it helps increase our public safety, and it helps improve our public health. So whether it's reducing an overdose or deaths due to overdose, reducing deaths due to suicide, whether it's even preventing an infection by having an adequate first aid kit, all of these things are things that we're really dedicated to taking on here in Taylor County.
Taylor County Health Department's next goal is to have 24-hour access to the resources that people may need, such as the items found in the vending machines. Reporting in Taylor County, Austin Carisu, Newswatch 12.
That's certainly a useful item to have around. You know, people could just go there when they need it.
Right. It's really important to have all these, things that are essentials pretty much, having them accessible to those who need them.
Absolutely. And you know what we also need this morning?
A little bit of weather to kind of know what it's looking like. Because Devin, we're finally starting to get some winter weather.
Yes. Yeah, finally starting to feel like winter. We're going to start building some ice on the area lakes too, which I know many ice fishers are very happy about. Now we're just going to thicken up to build that ice castle in Eagle River. That would be wonderful too. That might be one good thing with the lack of snow. If we can get some cold weather going with the lack of snow, that will help the lakes to really build it in a hurry. So I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens. But for now, though, we do have some flurries falling this morning, not only in the Rhinelander area, but also in Tomahawk this morning. We're seeing some of the flurries showing up on the camera. So not have to really accumulate more than just a dusting, but at least we're seeing the snow out there in some areas. Now, we do have some reductions in visibility like Arborvitae, Mantuish Waters, as we've seen some bursts of snow flurries as well. But the rest of us looking pretty good out there, and no reductions in visibility with any snow flurries that may be falling this morning. But we can see the clouds coming off of Lake Superior, so we do have the flurries falling in many spots. This might be hard for the radar to see it, but they are falling out there. But it will start to taper off as we head towards later this morning. And the clouds should break up later this afternoon as well, which should reveal some sunshine, so keep the sunglasses handy. You might want those today before we're all finished up with high pressure located right nearby. But temperatures right now are starting off in the upper teens this morning across our neck of the woods, even middle teens over in Phillips, Arborvitae, and Mantuish Waters. But further down to the south, some upper teens to lower 20s being noted there. And a northwest breeze at about 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour this morning. Hancock a little bit more breezy at around 15 miles per hour. We're your day planner for today showing temperatures, again, cooling off for a bit this morning, but we'll make it up into the lower to even middle 20s again, especially during the afternoon period with a mixture of clouds and sunshine.
Darts isn't usually a sport that makes international headlines, but at just 16 years old, Luke Littler is taking the world of darts by storm.
It's taking out former champion Rob Cross with ease on Tuesday night to secure his place in Wednesday's night final at North London's Alexandra Palace. Now, synonymous with darts as Wimbledon is with tennis before finally meeting defeat.
Elsewhere in the world on Wednesday, the U.S. Air Force announced it has recovered the black box from an Osprey crash in November. The plane went down off the coast of Japan during a routine training mission, and all 8 crew members unfortunately passed away. So far, the Air Force has not announced what caused the Osprey to crash.
For the first time in nearly 5 months, Ukraine and Russia swapped prisoners of war. Russia's defense minister said its forces handed over 248 prisoners to Ukraine, while the Ukrainians returned 230 soldiers and civilians to Russia. It is the first major swap of war prisoners since August, and Moscow said it is the largest documented so far.
Iranian state media reported at least 95 people were killed on Wednesday in 2 explosions in the city of Kerman. Another 211 people were injured. The blasts were near the burial site of slain military commander Qasim Soleimani. And according to the Iranian state media, the first explosion came from a suitcase bomb. Farms are starting to worry about the lack of snow and high temperatures this winter.
Yes, Ego Farms in Anago is a family-run farm where they specialize in growing potatoes. Brad Eigel is the part of the family-run farm, and he said that the area hasn't seen low temperatures that it needs.
People don't like it when it gets cold, when it gets down in those minus temperatures below zero. It actually helps control some of the diseases and insects.
During winter, low temperatures can freeze the ground deep enough to make it difficult for hungry bugs to get a head start on farmers. Nigel says that the lack of snow can cause an ice buildup and damage winter crops.
When it's warm, if we do get, say, a rainstorm and you get ice on top of the ground, if you get a layer of ice on top of the ground, it can kill some of your crops over winter, like say your alfalfa, winter wheat, stuff like that.
Eigel encourages people to shop local to support Wisconsin farmers like himself.
And coming up, we have some news that you can use, including a group of sassy and saucy seniors are getting together for a charitable cause.
Plus, we'll tell you about Ford's latest recall on their vehicles. Those stories and more consumer news after this. Oh, we're not.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with four-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Be good. Don't party, okay?
I did the craziest thing today.
Was it something gross?
It was just something I never thought I'd do. Like ever.
Did your parents find out?
Yeah, they were totally shocked. Come on, Clyde. First time in a long time, I just felt good.
What did you do?
Serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire, and I was given a 5% chance to live. It's a good thing math wasn't my best subject. Today, I visit classrooms and share my story. I tell kids that with a little help and a lot of work, that you can overcome any challenge.
DAV helps veterans like Adam get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is being there for the next generation.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Morning and overall visibility levels are not terrible. We do have some reductions, though, across the region by Arborvitae and Manswish Waters. We're seeing some flurries across the Northwoods, though. Rylander and Tomahawk also seeing some flurries, but not bad enough to reduce the visibilities. But otherwise, though, here's kind of the bigger picture here. So we do have the clouds developing off of Lake Superior, tracking from the northwest and going to the south and east. We are seeing the returns showing up on the radar as well, but unfortunately, nothing too meaningful, though, to give us any accumulating snow. Some of you may be okay with the lack of snow, others not so much. That great debate continues here across the state over snow or no snow. But as we do zoom things out, though, we do have high pressure right nearby. The steering mechanism allowing some of the wind to go over Lake Superior, and that's why we're seeing the flurries this morning. But as high pressure tracks off towards the east, we're going to work on ending the snow flurries and, in fact, clearing the clouds out of here as well. We'll then be under a partly cloudy sky coming up later on today. So Futurecast moving forward showing a partly cloudy sky for us today. By tonight, the clouds actually do break up for a little while yet to reveal a mostly clear sky. So overall, that'll be pretty nice, right? But as we head towards Friday, a mostly cloudy sky will be expected as our next system begins to approach. By Friday night and parts of Saturday, some snow will be possible as well. Maybe some measurable snow in a few spots as well. But the unfortunate part there, or maybe fortunate depending on how you look at it, though, not much accumulations there. So we will get some snow on the way as we head towards Friday night and parts of Saturday. Around an inch or two will be possible before we're all finished up, though I know we could use a lot more to get the snowmobile trails going, but at least we'll get a little bit going as we head towards Friday night and the parts of Saturday. Saturday. And the system will look a little bit like this. It'll track more from the west and going toward the east, while still developing along and north of the Wausau area by Friday night and the parts of Saturday morning. That will last though for a bit, but then by Saturday night into Sunday, it starts to taper off, perhaps a flurry or two if you're lucky. Then throughout the day, Sunday will be looking fine, mostly cloudy. Then they'll be watching for another system approaching as we head towards Monday night to Tuesday. We may get some snow out of this, but nothing too meaningful though. If you're traveling south into southern Wisconsin or Illinois, you may need to keep a closer eye on the system. They'll have more fanfare taking place there versus us, versus just some snow here across the Badger State, but it doesn't look like anything too major, at least at this point. But winds right now out of the northwest at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour. In some spots, Hancock up to around 15 miles per hour this morning. Some gusty winds will be possible. Not so much today, maybe a quick breeze up to 10 miles per hour. It'll be tonight, though, where we could get some gusts out of the southwest up to around 15 and maybe 20 miles per hour at times. Some of those gusty winds continuing through parts of Friday morning, but we'll start to back off by Friday afternoon. Temperatures right now starting off in the upper teens, even middle teens in a few spots this morning in the Northwoods. But as you travel further south, we're seeing some temperatures in the upper teens to even some lower 20s. So it's a cooler start this morning as our average high temperature is 23 degrees. We'll do middle 20s today, then lower 30s Friday all the way through at least Tuesday of next week. Then we're starting to see it cool down by Wednesday, back down into the lower 20s. So that forecast coming up for today showing middle 20s, partly cloudy, and that southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, here we go, middle teens, partly cloudy, and that southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, 7-day forecast. So there's that chance for snow Friday night and parts of Saturday. We'll then dry Sunday into Monday, though. Then that next chance for snow shows up as we head towards the Tuesday. So nothing too meaningful, at least at this point with Tuesday's system. We'll keep an eye on that. But Friday night and Saturday's system, maybe an inch or two of snow in some spots across the Northwoods.
Ford is recalling more than 112,000 F-150 pickup trucks because of a rollaway risk.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says a rear axle hub bolt in some of the vehicles has the potential to break, and that could cause the truck to roll away when in park or lose drive power. The recall includes F-150s from 2021 through 2023 that are equipped with the Trailer Tow Max Duty package. Ford is working on a fix. The company says drivers who hear a clicking or rattling noise should take their vehicle to a dealership.
A group of senior women have turned to flirty philanthropy, posing for a saucy boudoir calendar.
To raise much-needed funds for their senior living community, Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A group of daring Massachusetts seniors are showing their saucy sides in the name of charity by striking sassy but classy poses in a fundraising calendar. The women, ranging in age from just under 70 to just over 90, have been dubbed the Lovely Ladies of Linden Pond and are using their ageless beauty for a beautiful cause, raising money for the Resident Care Fund at their senior living community. At $20 a piece, they've already sold more than 700 calendars. The women have backgrounds as bold as their boudoir shoot in showbiz, nursing, and computer research. One even says they dated Frank Sinatra, but it's their own show-stopping style that's turning heads.
And I had a couple of the guys who were like, do you want to ride on the back of my bike come this summer?
They're proving age is nothing but a number, even if some just aren't ready for the Lovely Ladies of Linden Pond.
Another person's reaction was, really, Mom?
Everybody's a critic. Another sassy star is making headlines, this one in a big deal debut at a UK zoo. This newborn lemur is one of the rarest primates in the world. The species is called a dancing lemur, and it's easy to see why. They're known to spring more than 20 feet through the treetops in a single bound. The species has been classified as critically endangered, making this newborn addition at Britain's Chester Zoo reason to celebrate. Finally, speaking of rare, NASA says it's captured on camera the largest solar flare since 2017, and it happened on New Year's Eve. The flare seen on the far left is an intense burst of energy from the sun, and although they make for a sweet photo op, they've been known to impact electric power grids and disrupt radio and GPS communications. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, typically we will start building it. We will build it this week. So, and there's only a couple inches of ice out there. The chances of us building it just decrease every day when we're not building ice.
Coming up at 6, many of our communities are continuing to see effects from our unusually warm winter.
Find out how Eagle River is definitely feeling the heat as time's running out for their popular winter attraction.
What if you could whiten your teeth by simply brushing your teeth? Now you can with Smile Actives, the teeth whitening breakthrough that safely gets your teeth white and keeps them white every day just by brushing your teeth.
I never thought that whitening my teeth could be so easy. I just put the gel on the brush, the toothpaste on it, brush, and I can see my white teeth.
Simply add Smile Actives to any toothpaste and our patented PolyClean technology activates into a powerful microfoam that penetrates into the enamel surface to safely lift and remove stains.
You need a simple way to whiten your teeth. Without strips, without trays, without going to the dentist. And it was about time that a product was developed that you would be able to do that with just brushing.
And now Smile Actives is even better with new Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power, clinically shown to whiten teeth faster, up to 8 shades. 100% of users saw whiter teeth. On food stains, coffee and wine stains, even on veneers, crowns, and dentures.
I eat the blueberries, I drink the coffee, and I know that Smile Actives will keep my teeth white every day.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Why spend hundreds of dollars for whitening treatments at the dentist when now you can whiten your teeth with new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel every time you brush your teeth? Call or go to smileactives.com and for a limited time get new Pro Whitening Gel for just $24.95. Order in the next 5 minutes and buy one, get one absolutely free for just $24.95. That's 2 for 1 and save 58%. We'll even include free shipping. Get your teeth whiter guaranteed or return it within 60 days for your money back.
I smile every day now.
The difference is literally night and day.
So now I'm always smiling, always choosing, because now my teeth are much whiter.
This offer is not available in stores, so call or click now before the special buy one, get one free offer goes away.
Counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl are killing our kids by the thousands across the nation. The pills look safe. Can you tell which one is real? Drug dealers are pushing these deadly pills on your kids' social media. It only takes one pill to kill. And it did. You can help stop the fentanyl epidemic. Talk to your kids about the dangers of counterfeit prescription pills. Visit onepillkilled.org.
And welcome back. An Ohio man has his coworkers to thank for likely saving his life.
They noticed that he was late to work, and when they called to check in, it was obvious that the man needed medical attention.
Tracy Carlos spoke to his coworkers about what happened next.
The holidays are a busy time of year for retail workers.
I see my family at Costco more than my family at home sometimes during the holidays.
So when one of Jesse Orr's-born Costco family members didn't show up for work last Thursday morning at 5 o'clock and still wasn't there 15 minutes later?
There's times where we oversleep, so usually we'll give them a phone call and be like, hey, yep, you coming in? That type of thing. So that's why the initial contact was made, but then it turned into something a lot more.
In fact, that call just might have saved a life. When Jesse called, his coworker picked up, but
couldn't understand what he was saying on the other end. That alarmed us. Then we started calling, several times, eventually getting back in touch with him again, and that continued on. More mumbling and groaning. It was obvious that he was having some sort of a medical emergency.
It turns out, we're told, that he was having a stroke. While they kept their coworker on the phone, workers called EMS, who responded and got him to the hospital.
We take care of our employees. They mean the world to us. Without our employees, we can't do this job. So we look out for one another.
We're told the man has been released from the hospital, but still has a long road of recovery ahead of him. Tracy Carlos.
We miss you. We love you.
News 5.
There's a little bit of flurries falling out and about this morning. Definitely a very quiet morning here on the weather deck as Bug Zero and I are just chilling out here as well. Temperatures, though, will definitely make you chill as well. Look at this. Some upper teens across the northwoods this morning. We have middle teens further off towards the north and west. But if you're traveling south, it's a tad bit warmer. Some upper teens to some lower 20s are being observed there. But otherwise, the visibility levels are reduced in our Revita where some snow flurries are falling this morning. Same with Lando Lakes as we're dealing with some lake effect snow flurries. Pretty settled, pretty relaxed snow flurries falling out and about this morning. The wind is pretty relaxed, but we are seeing the clouds coming off of Lake Superior, which is pretty much wide open right now, too. Of course, so that's helping to allow some of those lake effect snow flurries to develop with that northwest breeze going right over the lake with high pressure just off toward the west. But as high pressure tracks off toward the east, we'll start to quiet down, and even the clouds will break up for a bit this afternoon to give us just a partly cloudy sky. So we'll call it partly cloudy today. Temperatures overall in the 20s in the western parts of the state. If you're traveling further off across our neck of the woods, though, middle 20s, partly cloudy, even upper 20s over in Green Bay, or further down to the south overall. Not too bad, some 30s on the way and a partly cloudy sky. A little more coming up after the break.
To 50 years with my best friend and my soulmate.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Only Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge, and Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with 1.
You've got a bit of your face on your face.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. And get 4 rolls in 1 with the Bounty Mega Roll, our longest-lasting roll.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents.
You think you created family out of characters?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take that, make it into a song.
Hold me the bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at, where you at, on the way, yeah. In my head, in my head, in my head.
Jason,
Hey, Pop.
you can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
All right, ready for this?
Everyone is invited.
Fill your week with Wheel. It's Sweethearts Week, Veterans Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Fabulous Food Week.
Days packed with fun.
Yeah, Hawaii Week, Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar. Maggie, it's Collage Week.
It's College Week.
It's going to be a big week for everybody.
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Alrighty, welcome back. A warm start to the winter season has left the Great Lakes virtually ice-free with their lowest ice cover to kick off a new year in at least 50 years. I didn't think it could get any worse than what it's had now, but I guess so. But on New Year's Day, only 0.35% of the Great Lakes were covered in ice, and that's the lowest on record for this point in winter since 1973, and well below the historical average of nearly 10%. The data comes from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Great Lakes Environmental Research Laboratory. This year's missing ice in the Great Lakes adds to a growing trend of winter ailments plaguing the U.S. that include dwindling snowpacks in the west to an ongoing snow drought in the Northeast, all becoming more common due to the warming temperatures from the climate crisis that we've been hearing about. But sounds like there might be a little bit of a change coming up pretty quickly, though, at least with the snow in the Northeast, because it sounds like they have a pretty decent system that could be hitting some parts of the Northeast. So kind of blowing up some of the national headlines because we haven't seen this in a few years so for them. So I'm sure they'll be ready for some snow, and it could all, possibly hit my home area in Illinois as well. So they may need to watch it. We might get some snow here, but nothing to the point of getting excited over. I know we all want a good foot of snow or something like that to get the snowmobile trails open and help the ski resorts out, because I know they've been making all their snow right now too, because there hasn't been anything meaningful to really keep because it's been all melting. It's just trying to hold on right now for the ski resorts.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting to think about all the winds coming over that top of that Lake Superior that's pretty much open, almost entirely open. What was it, it was 0.35%.
0.35. There you go.
Not even a full percentage.
That's pretty bad. I mean, it's been definitely a rough year, though, at least climate-wise, across the continent, pretty much. And I say continent because I'm including Canada here, because we had all the air quality issues here from the wildfires that occurred earlier this year, too. So definitely kind of a mess that's taking place there. And hopefully maybe we're starting to see a little bit of a turn, because obviously we're starting to see some systems that might be starting to approach And that's where, again, if people are traveling in southern Wisconsin or even in parts of Illinois, they may need to watch next week pretty closely with that system moving, and it's already grabbing national headlines.
Exactly. Well, that'll be kind of nice. I know plenty of people waiting on the snow, and we're finally cooling down a little bit as well, getting our Christmas weather in January.
Yeah, I know, right? Which we had a feeling that would happen eventually, though. I mean, it's good that we're cooling down, and with the lack of snow, that's helping out with the ice on the area lakes. I know many people are eager to go ice fishing. Even I saw one joke on Facebook, and hopefully this person that posted knows that hopefully that person that posted is watching. Having the shanty on the dock and be like, I will ice fish this way if I have to.
That's certainly getting creative. I wonder if they, cast a pole out of the shanty, or they just cut a hole in the dock.
Well, at least in this particular Facebook. Hopefully many viewers know what a meme is, but this Facebook joke, I'll say for those that don't know, this person was casting onto the water with the shanty covering them up. So. I guess we'll wait and see. You need at least 4 inches of ice, and thankfully we've had temperatures below freezing more constantly, and even these teens are helping out. But the colder, the better right now to help out the area lakes. But I know some people have mentioned too that if we don't get some snow on the ground soon and we get a good cold spell, that's going to be harder to septic tanks.
Oh.
Because that could cause some freezing issues, because that frost set will accelerate down with the lack of snow to insulate.
Yeah, there's a lot to be on the lookout, especially, very untypical winter we have around here.
Very untypical winter, but one thing that will still be typical is our 3-day forecast.
There we go, Devin.
So let's get into that here. So partly cloudy skies today. The snow flurries that are coming off of Lake Superior will be backing off soon. We'll then be under a mostly cloudy sky Friday. Friday night and Saturday, some snow possible, around an inch or two possible in those areas. A little more coming up after the break.
What if you could whiten your teeth by simply brushing your teeth? Now you can with Smile Actives, the teeth whitening breakthrough that safely gets your teeth white and keeps them white every day, just by brushing your teeth.
I never thought that whitening my teeth could be so easy. I just put the gel on the brush, the toothpaste on it, brush, and I can see my white teeth.
Simply add Smile Actives to any toothpaste, and our patented PolyClean technology activates into a powerful microfoam that penetrates into the enamel surface to safely lift and remove stains.
You need a simple way to whiten your teeth. Without strips, without trays, without going to the dentist. And it was about time that a product was developed that you would be able to do that with just brushing.
And now Smile Actives is even better with new Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power, clinically shown to whiten teeth faster, up to 8 shades. 100% of users saw whiter teeth. On food stains, coffee and wine stains, even on veneers, crowns, and dentures.
I eat the blueberries, I drink the coffee, and I know that Smile Actives will keep my teeth white every day.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Why spend hundreds of dollars for whitening treatments at the dentist when now you can whiten your teeth with new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel every time you brush your teeth? Call or go to smileactives.com, and for a limited time, get new Pro Whitening Gel for just $24.95. Order in the next 5 minutes and buy one, get one absolutely free for just $24.95. That's 2 for 1 and save 58%. We'll even include free shipping. Get your teeth whiter guaranteed, or return it within 60 days for your money back.
I smile every day now.
The difference is literally night and day.
So now I'm always smiling, always choosing, because now my teeth are much whiter.
This offer is not available in stores, so call or click now before the special buy one, get one free offer goes away.
Newswatch 12's Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the news and weather of the Northwoods. Alongside the Newswatch 12 team, they are committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. Watch Dan, Jessica, and Jeff weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 on WJFW, NBC Newswatch 12.
Eagle Floor Covering in Eagle River, locally owned and operated for over 2 decades. With over 40 years of combined quality sales and service experience, we can help you find the right floor for your lifestyle and budget.
Live on NBC 12, this is Newswatch 12 Today.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Michael Lodholtz.
And I'm Jackie Smith.
Every winter, when conditions are right, volunteers in Eagle River cut nearly 300 blocks of ice from a local lake, and they stack them into an ice castle.
Yes, the last ice castle built was 2 years ago, and time is running out for this year's.
Yes, Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi spoke to the Eagle River Fire Chief and has this update.
The month of December was unusually warm, which is affecting communities like Eagle River.
You know, it seems like it's been happening more often lately.
The city is home to the famous ice castle, which has been a staple in the community for nearly a century. But with the mild winter, the Eagle River Fire Department is unable to work their magic.
We've only been able to build our ice castle 3 times in the last 9 years.
Fire Chief Michael Anderson says to have a chance to create their masterpiece, they need at least 13 inches of solid ice. The department constantly monitors Silver Lake, located just outside of Eagle River, and as of January 3rd, there's only 4 inches to work with.
Well, typically we will start building it. We will build it this week. So, and there's only a couple inches of ice out there. The chances of us building it just decrease every day when we're not building ice.
Whenever the ice castle is up, it makes a huge impact in the area.
It brings a lot of people around. And in a year where we don't have snow and the snowmobile is coming around, if we were able to build an ice castle, it would have a great effect on our tourist community and the economy in the area.
But with the project that ultimately depends on Mother Nature, the fire department hasn't given up hope yet.
We've been talking about it, and we feel that we have a couple weeks where we can wait for the weather to develop in order for us to build the castle. So we haven't given up hope yet, but as this warm weather continues, our hopes are dwindling.
Anderson told me that if they're not building the ice castle by the first week of February, it won't be created. Reporting in Eagle River, I'm Mohammed Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
Yes, hopefully they can get that castle built this year. That'd be really nice.
I know. I mean, this warmer weather has just been affecting so much. And even though we're cooling down now, I mean...
It might be too late.
It might be too late.
Who knows?
And we're only going to have a few months to enjoy any winter activities if we ever get snow as well.
Yes, I think Devin Biggs is joining us now in the Weather Center. And Devin, you're saying we're going to get something, right?
Yeah, there's at least something on the way, though, but unfortunately it's something too meaningful to really get stuff open. But if there's any good news, we do have at least a little bit of snow falling. Looks like we've had a little bit more over in Eagle River. Look at this, a decent amount of snow looks like falling there this morning, though, and it looks like even the parking lot kind of covered up in a little bit of snow there this morning over at the school. But for now, though, visibility levels are down only in Arborvitae and Land O'Lakes, where they're seeing there's a little bit of snow flurries developing, moving from the northwest, going to the south and east over a wide open Lake Superior. That's where it's all originating from. We can see the clouds coming off of the satellite, kind of going from the northwest and going to the south and east. So we're going to be watching for those flurries coming up soon. As we do zoom things out, though, here's high pressure kind of located pretty much right about where my hand is at, though. And as it tracks off to the east, the steering currents will change. Now, the flurries will end. We'll even get some sunshine going later today as well, especially by the afternoon. Temperatures right now are starting off in the upper teens across the northwoods this morning, some lower 20s as you head further south, even middle teens as you get northwest of Rhineland. It's a little bit cool in a few spots this morning as well, but these cold temperatures are helping to build some ice on the area lakes. Now, the winds are out of the west to the northwest at 5 miles per hour, a little bit more breezy up in Hancock at around 14 miles per hour. By your forecast coming up for today, they'll be showing temperatures that'll be in the middle 20s with a partly cloudy sky.
Darts isn't usually a sport that makes international headlines, but at just 16 years old, Luke Littler is taking the world of darts by storm.
Yes, taking out former champion Rob Cross with ease on Tuesday night to secure his place in Wednesday night's final at North London's Alexandra Palace, as synonymous with darts as Wimbledon is with tennis, before finally meeting defeat.
Elsewhere in the world, on Wednesday, the U.S. Air Force announced it has recovered the black box from an Osprey crash back in November. The plane went down off the coast of Japan during a routine training mission, and all 8 crew members unfortunately passed away. So far, the Air Force has not announced what caused the Osprey to crash.
For the first time in nearly 5 months, Ukraine and Russia swapped prisoners of war. Russia's defense minister said its forces handed over 248 prisoners to Ukraine, while the Ukrainians returned 230 soldiers and civilians to Russia. It is the first major swap of war prisoners since August, and Moscow said it is the largest documented so far.
Iranian state media reports at least 95 people were killed Wednesday in 2 explosions in the city of Kerman. Another 211 people injured. The blasts were near the burial site of slain military commander Qasim Soleimani. According to Iran state media, the first explosion came from a suitcase bomb. It was a heartbreaking Christmas for one Milwaukee family when their dog was stolen at gunpoint.
Now things are looking up for a happy new year. Taisha Chambers' one-year-old cockapoo Simba was stolen from Chambers' family on Christmas Eve. Her two teenage boys were taking Simba on a walk down their block when a person approached them with a gun and demanded their dog. January 2nd, Chambers and Simba were reunited. Chambers said an anonymous caller tipped her off to where the dog was being held.
He told me he was my angel, and I was gonna get him back on New Year's Day.
It's nice to know that we have people in the world like that, and that the world is not all bad.
Milwaukee police are still looking for the person who stole Simba.
And up next, Newswatch 12 today, a family in Oklahoma saw an unlikely duo resulting in a cat saving a dog.
Yes, learn more about this feisty, life-saving feline. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basement-y in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire, while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
The Northwoods provides plenty of beauty year-round, and the weather events that develop can produce some amazing photos. Submit yours online at WJFW's Weather Photo section on the website to share with the WJFW Weather Team.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Welcome back. Let's get things rolling after this morning over in Eagle River. Overall, it's a little bit more white there as we've had a little bit more snow recently. A lot of lake effect snow that's been falling out there. We've had some snow flurries continuing this morning across the region as well. Rhinelanders had some, Tomahawks had some, even Arbor Vitae and Lando Lacey, even most of the Northwest seeing a little bit this morning. Coming off of Lake Superior, though, which is pretty much wide open right now, and with that northwest breeze going right over the lake, that's allowing some of these snow flurries to develop this morning. We're seeing some of them show up on the radar, though, but again, it's kind of hard to see it there on the radar over us, but the snow flurries are falling this morning. We can see the clouds going over Lake Superior as well, so that's why we were able to see some of those snow flurries this morning, and at least their direction from the northwest to the south and east. But as we do zoom things out, though, the direction is going to change. High pressure is going to start moving to the east, and it's going to switch the direction for the wind, and that will help to end the snow flurries later this morning. And even by this afternoon, the sunshine will be back, though, and that will definitely be nice. So overall, I would definitely encourage you to have the sunglasses ready to go, as the clouds will look to break up during the afternoon period to reveal overall a partly cloudy sky, and we'll be under a partly cloudy sky even for this afternoon. By tonight, though, the clouds start to break up. We'll be mostly clear for a while, but notice the clouds do move back in as we head towards your Friday. We'll be mostly cloudy throughout the day, maybe some sunshine peeking out further down to the south. But notice, though, the clouds keep moving in as we'll be watching for some snow chances moving in as we head towards Friday night and the parts of Saturday morning. So here's the general idea. Friday night and Saturday, around an inch or two possible possible before we're all finished up there. So not a lot of snow, but just enough will add a little bit to the ground. Again, minimal chances further down toward the south. But the system will look a little bit like this. We'll track in from the west, going toward the east. Along and north of Wausau, we'll be watching for the snow to develop. We'll start to catch a break as we head towards Saturday night and parts of Sunday. And notice by Sunday, any flurry chances there will taper off pretty quickly. Well, then we have to watch for another system that may try to develop as we head towards Monday night to Tuesday. We may get some snow out of this, but the better opportunities will be further down to the south in Illinois and maybe southern Wisconsin. So we may get a little bit of snow out of this, but unfortunately, nothing too meaningful to help get a lot of snow on the ground for the snowmobile trails. But for now, though, we're still seeing a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Hancock a little bit more gusty at around 14 miles per hour this morning. And again, the gusty winds will continue, though. Again, not so much today, but really by tonight, they'll start to pick up. So maybe a little bit of some gusty winds up around 15 miles per hour coming up later on tonight. And those gusty winds will continue through parts of Friday, but backing off by Friday afternoon. But temperatures right now are starting off in the upper teens this morning here across the northwoods like Rhinelander and Eagle River and Tomahawk. Middle teens further off towards the west, further down to the south, some upper teens to even some lower 20s are being observed as our average high temperature is 23 degrees. We'll do middle 20s today, then lower 30s Friday all the way through Tuesday, and then a cool down now looking like lower 20s as we head towards next Wednesday, and longer term forecast showing a sharper cool down that will be on the way soon. So this will be some good news, especially for the area lakes. But for now, though, middle 20s and a partly cloudy sky, and a southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, 15 degrees, cooling off again, partly cloudy, and a southwest breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, 7-day forecast. So here we go. So again, we'll lose the flurries today. They'll be dry later on tonight and parts of Friday as well. By Friday night and Saturday, some snow possible, around an inch or two could occur with that. Then Sunday and a Monday we're dry, but then by Tuesday, another chance for snow looks to move in.
They say people fight like cats and dogs, but how about a cat that fights for a dog, saving her life?
CNN's Jeannie Moose reports on the feline who put her life on the line.
6-year-old Oakley has a lovable face. She can do spins in exchange for a treat. But when she went out to do her business in the backyard of her Edmond, Oklahoma home, no amount of spinning would have saved her from the coyote that pounced if the family cat hadn't jumped in.
Is she a tough cat? Like, is she like a street cat? I mean, is she...
Yeah, she's a gangster.
Lane Dyer says Binks is a stray that he and his family take care of.
Her and Oakley hit it off pretty good from the beginning.
So when the first of 2 coyotes grabbed Oakley, it was Binks to the rescue, taking on the intruders, scaring them away, though not before Oakley suffered wounds that had blood
spouting out of her chest, unfortunately.
But with stitches and a splint, Oakley recovered a little over a month later.
And so
she yawns over the story of Binks saving her. Coyotes have become such a danger to small dogs that one owner created the coyote vest.
Done.
With spikes protruding from a Kevlar vest and even
a set of coyote whiskers.
Nylon bristles that at least look intimidating. But who needs a coyote vest?
I think she's shown that she's not afraid of much.
When the cat has your back. Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
Coming up, we have what's trending, including finding out how Starbucks is attempting to shift away from single-use plastics.
Plus, find out why chaos ensued at Targets across the country yesterday. Those stories up next in What's Trending.
What if you could whiten your teeth by simply brushing your teeth? Now you can with Smile Actives, the teeth whitening breakthrough that safely gets your teeth white and keeps them white every day just by brushing your teeth.
I never thought that whitening my teeth could be so easy. I just put the gel on the brush, the toothpaste on it, brush, and I can see my white teeth.
Simply add Smile Actives to any toothpaste, and our patented PolyClean technology activates into a powerful microfoam that penetrates into the enamel surface to safely lift and remove stains.
You need a simple way to whiten your teeth without strips, without trays, without going to the dentist. And it was about time that a product was developed that you would be able to do that with just brushing.
And now Smile Actives is even better with new Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power, clinically shown to whiten teeth faster, up to 8 shades. 100% of users saw whiter teeth. On food stains, coffee and wine stains, even on veneers, crowns, and dentures.
I eat the blueberries, I drink the coffee, and I know that Smile Actives will keep my teeth white every day.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Why spend hundreds of dollars for whitening treatments at the dentist when now you can whiten your teeth with new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel every time you brush your teeth? Call or go to smileactives.com and for a limited time get new Pro Whitening Gel for just $24.95. Order in the next 5 minutes and buy one, get one absolutely free for just $24.95. That's 2 for 1 and save 58%. We'll even include free shipping. Get your teeth whiter guaranteed or return it within 60 days for your money back.
I smile every day now.
The difference is literally night and day.
So now I'm always smiling, always cheesing, because now my teeth are much whiter.
This offer is not available in stores, so call or click now before the special buy one, get one free offer goes away.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text TB to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Welcome back. It is 6:13 and it's time for What's Trending. Check this out. Passengers on a United Airlines flight were hoping to travel back in time for New Year's, but ended up in the wrong year.
Oh.
In order for passengers to technically time travel, flight UA200 was scheduled to leave Guam on January 1st at 7:35 a.m. and land in Honolulu, Hawaii on December 31st at 6:50 p.m. But the flight was delayed leaving Guam and landed in Honolulu at 12:34 a.m. on January 1st, causing passengers to miss the countdown. So to ease the frustration, the United Airlines offered passengers rebooking assistance. Each year, a few airlines offer their passengers the opportunity to redo their New Year's Eve celebrations.
That's interesting. I mean, technically it's time travel too, because obviously the times are different across the globe as well. I mean, I think that official day line is actually in between Alaska and Russia, actually, I believe.
Yeah, they have those like little twin islands next to each other.
And that's kind of where the line is for each official day. So it's kind of interesting, though, and we're kind of on that back edge of it, so the rest of the globe is, I guess, ahead of us, and we're kind of behind.
It makes me think of, I can't remember the name of the show. It just wrapped up, but it was like this flight that had a bunch of people, and they had some turbulence, but turns out they were missing for like 10 years or something.
I remember it.
I started watching it, but then it got too complicated in the second season, and I dropped it, and then I Googled the finale.
Honestly, not a bad move.
So I mean, series finale, so it sounds like it didn't last long.
No, it was like 5 seasons.
Oh, it's 5 seasons?
I think so.
Okay, so that's definitely a decent run. But yeah, I can definitely, that does get complicated, though. I mean, because it almost sounds like something you do for a movie, not so much for a series.
Sounds like the new Indiana Jones movie, when they time traveled back in time and they ended up going too far back. They went all the way back.
Indiana Jones needs time travel, clearly.
Exactly. Indiana Jones does.
We'll just leave it to Back to the Future. They can master it.
True. There's a lot of movies that did it well, and there's some that didn't quite nail it.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna bug me now, the name of this show.
You're probably gonna remember it as soon as we go off the air.
Yeah, I want to say Passengers, but that was a movie with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
It'll come to you, Jackie. But
maybe I can travel back in time and learn.
Exactly. In the meantime, Starbucks customers can now use their own cups for nearly all orders. Coffee chains have added the reusable cup option to drive-thrus and app ordering systems. Previously, it was only available for orders made in person. In the drive-through line, customers just had to tell baristas that they have their own mug when they order. The cup will then be collected at the pickup window using a contactless vessel. On the app, there's a new personal cup option, adding to the customization button. Starbucks says the cups must be clean and less than 40 ounces. These changes are part of a movement to shift away from single-use plastics.
I gotta make a hard turn on you, Michael, real quick. Jackie, you had a light bulb moment. What's the name of that show? Manifest is what it's called. All right, I remember that now. So thank you. All right, back to this. Back to this story. I wanted to at least allow you to get that real quick though. But yeah, I mean, the reusable cups. I mean, I'm definitely down for definitely trying to help the environment out. But then there's also the sanitation concerns, because obviously, I mean, it's not like we just got out of the COVID pandemic, so I'm sure. There's still some lingering concerns and there's general concerns. How do you kind of stay clean though while also trying to help the environment out? It just gets very, is complicated the right word?
Yeah, it sounds like they got the contactless vessels, so it sounds like they're trying their best to, you know, minimize that contact. Also, they want them to be, you know, clean coffee mugs. But I definitely, you know, I always bring my mug whenever I'm driving around because I'm, you know, drinking coffee probably to stay awake. And I go to coffee shops all the time, and I just hand them my coffee mug. And, you know, they fill it up usually with a dark roast coffee, or sometimes there's an extra shot of espresso in there.
I had the specialty coffee named after me for the first time yesterday since
Is it
summer.
called the Devastator?
It's called...
Oh no! Is it Devin Biggs?
Devin Biggs.
I get those confused.
It's called the Biggs.
The Biggs.
See, I think it sounds like they used to do this before the pandemic, but I know my favorite coffee chain back home, Dutch Bros. If you've had Dutch Bros, it's amazing. They used to encourage people to bring their cups. You would get like 25 cents or 50 cents off your order because they also sold their own cups. So if you brought a Dutch Bros cup for your drink, you'd get a little deal on your order. So something they used to do, and it used to work then. So I'm sure it probably similar thing now, but they're probably even more clean now about it. Yeah,
probably. I know. I usually I frequent Northland Music Center because they have more coffee company in there as well. Plus my friends kind of own the place, so it's kind of helps out that kind of connection there. And yeah, I mean obviously they've grown over the course of time from that one place on Brown Street, the bigger building now on Brown Street, and now they added a coffee place, and now there's a drink named after me there, and that now finally added it to the regular menu, and they've gotten some orders since then. I'm like, I forgot what this tastes like.
Yes,
there you go. But maybe you're going to need to go get a mug from Target.
Stanley Cup.
Perhaps so. This may also restart the old debate of getting a Target in the Northwoods. But meanwhile, though, mayhem at Target over an item causing scenes reminiscent of Black Friday. We haven't seen that in a while. Target's new Valentine's Day Stanley collection, the Galentine's Day collection, is already sold out. Several TikTok videos show people rushing to grab one. Target and Stanley collaborated to release a limited edition tumblers, which come in two colors, Target Red and Cosmo Pink. And according to Delish, they're already up on resale sites like eBay, listed at prices of what else? $240. So, all right. So it sounds like people trying to capitalize on a big rush like Taylor Swift tickets. They kind of think back to that whole fiasco, and now here we go again. People trying to cash in on us. So. Yeah, we'll have to see.
I was gonna say, it reminds me like when hydro flasks were kind of the it thing, but I don't think people were rushing stores to get them. I still use my hydro flask.
Yeah, same, every day.
I find it more convenient than the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no, same. But
when you say Stanley Cup, I keep thinking of Stanley Cup from the National Hockey League. I am a hockey fan, so I'm like, wait, what is this? I keep thinking Stanley Cup, like National Hockey League. But I'm like, maybe that's not it.
But maybe we got a good 3-day forecast for any hockey lovers out there.
Yeah, who's ready for a good 3-day forecast, right? So the flurries we have this morning will start to taper off. Will then become partly cloudy today. Temperatures in the mid-20s. We have lower 30s on the way Friday, mostly cloudy. Snow chances Friday night and parts of Saturday with a chance for snow showers. A little more coming up after the break.
Have you always wanted a fireplace or wanted to freshen up your existing unit? Well, look no further than Trapper's Fireplace Gallery and Dahlquist Heating and Cooling for the best fireplace selections in the Northwoods. With 2 convenient showrooms, stop in to browse our extensive collection of products, feel the heat, and see how our units could fit into your home. We proudly offer units from Heat and Glow, Quadrifire, Simplifier, Vermont Castings, and Stellar by Heat and Glow. Stop in today and see how we can warm your home.
Hey! Hey!
Let's do it, cheer. I hope those shoes aren't new. Oh, God.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now. It won't cost you anything to find out if we can help you. We are the Mortgage Defense Line, and we can help you save your home. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-970-8640. That's 1-800-970-8640.
Cheers.
And welcome back to another edition of Y Watch. We're here at the Northwoods YMCA with Jessica. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And there's a lot of fun stuff going on. It's the new year, 2024. 2023 is exciting. You did a lot of expanding, a lot of building here at the YMCA, and now you're going to use some of those rooms.
Yes, we actually renovated our old aerobic studio into a community lounge. So before COVID, a lot of community members would stick around before and after classes to socialize, and we all miss that. I'm sure our community members do too. So we wanted to give back, and we turned the aerobic studio into a community lounge where we have an active fireplace, lots of seating room. We have coffee as always. What kind of community room wouldn't have that? And then we'll have lots of games and books and whatnot.
Well, that's fantastic. And one of the first uses for this new room that you're going to be having is on January 9th. And it's to help strengthen your back. Is that right?
Yes, so Health in Motion is going to be doing an education series with the Y. We're going to have a class, the first one, open to the public, free, here in the community lounge. And it's going to be teaching us about how to have a stronger back, more flexible and pain-free back for the 2024 season.
So that's great, especially looking ahead, pickleball's around the corner. You got golf season coming up.
I know you like your golf.
Yep. And it's always important to have a good, strong back for any of this. So this is good just, as a nice reminder to stay on top of your health this year.
Absolutely.
Well, all right. Sounds like it's going to be an exciting time. 5 p.m. Community room, January 9th. Is that right?
Yes. And if you would like any more information about this or to register, please call our Welcome Center at 715-362-9622, or you can reach out to Marilyn specifically for other questions at extension 118.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for keeping us up to date this new year, Jessica.
Yes. Happy New Year to you and the community.
Absolutely. Thank you. Please feel free to reach out to your local YMCA, and thanks for watching another edition of Y Watch.
Lots of good information there at the YMCA, but for us, though, here's some good information as well. Lower to middle 20s, partly cloudy across the western parts of the state. We'll be middle 20s today. The snow flurries taper off. We'll be partly cloudy, upper 20s in Green Bay. Further down to the south, though, 30s there. Here's the birthday club.
Did your holiday hosting create a couple extra stains in your carpet? Or do you just need an update for your old flooring? Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and start your year off right with free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation. If money is a little tight, Carpet City Flooring Center can help make your project affordable with interest-free financing. Get your free carpet installation today.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
We're clearing out the warehouse.
Up to 80% off list or more.
It's Lumberland's big year-end clearance event.
And it's a big deal.
Complete your living space for just $139.
Hundreds of items ready to take home today.
Or ship for free.
Complete your room up to 80% off.
Mattresses, sectionals, recliners, beds, you name it.
Don't miss the big clearance going on now at Slumberland Furniture.
The pain level was over 10, and my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports there. It was the first time that I had no pain.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Does this look familiar? You probably think this is what owning hearing aids would be like. Let me tell you, there's a better way. The Atom by Audien Hearing. The all-new Audien Atom is the world's first wireless charging hearing aid under $100. The Atom comes with an easy-to-use wireless charging dock. Plus, the Atom has a 22% smaller design, so it's nearly invisible when worn in the ear. That's why we have over 250,000 happy customers. Each pair has a 45-day money-back guarantee, so there is zero risk in trying them.
Call 1-800-481-5751. That's 1-800-481-5751. Call 1-800-481-5751 or go to AudienHearing.com to get your pair of Audien Atom hearing aids for only $99.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
Live on NBC 12, this is Newswatch 12 Today.
Good morning and welcome to Newswatch 12 Today. I'm Jackie Smith.
And I'm Michael Lodeholtz.
Last year around this time, we had 8 inches of snow. It was a great year for winter activities, and that helped boost local businesses.
But this year, it's the opposite. Our own Shauna Johnson talked to a local bar and grill that's hoping to bring in more customers regardless of snow.
Tilted Loon in Nokomis is a perfect spot for winter activities. The bar and grill is on the shore of Lake Nokomis, right alongside the Bearskin State Trail. Most years around this time, the place is packed with winter sport hobbyists, but not this year.
Right now, there is nothing. Absolutely bare grass, not even frost.
Brenda Marks, manager of Tilted Loon, says this mild and snowless winter is really hurting their business.
We are down, obviously, because we do depend on the people that come up here to enjoy our trails or to enjoy our lakes for our fishing and for our ice fishing. And we have ski resorts around here. So it brings a lot of people up here, the snow does, and the ice. And right now, without that, we are seeing a lack of people coming in to the business. To eat or to socialize.
In efforts to generate more business, the Tilted Loon is starting something new. They will start offering breakfast outside of their regular daily specials.
We are starting breakfast this Saturday. We're starting at 7 in the morning. We're going to have a full breakfast line. We're going to have some signature coffee drinks that people are going to want to try. We're going to do Bloody Marys, mimosas, you name it, we'll do it for you.
Mark says they are fully staffed and are still open 7 days a week. They want everyone to come in and enjoy their atmosphere.
We welcome everybody to come in. We are, like I said, fully staffed and eager to, help and serve people to come in, snow or no snow, ice fishing or no ice fishing. We'd love you to come in and enjoy our menu.
Reporting from Nokomis, Shauna Johnson.
And certainly, nice to get out over there over Lake Nokomis. Beautiful spot.
So, get a little bit of breakfast as well. I mean, it's pretty much about to offer everything because businesses are needing the support.
True, and it's, breakfast time right now.
Exactly. So, get on ready, get out the door and go get some breakfast. And hopefully you have some good weather to get out the door too,
yes.
Devin.
Yeah, so, we could definitely use a little bit of snow. Obviously, I love Tilted Loon as well. Maybe people can drive through the snow whenever they open up for breakfast or other dinners and such, and maybe enjoy some of their food, too. I always enjoy their food, especially their fish fry on Fridays. That's always good, especially their clam chowder soup. A lot of good clam chowder soup.
Devin's just listing off all his favorites.
I'm sorry. I just love a good Northwoods fish fry, which is clam chowder and walleye. That's my top favorites. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, no, walleye, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, right, Jackie. I know. I would include you when you say you don't like fish, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, but anyway, I better get into this before we get too heavy here. But anyway, let's get into things this morning. Again, overall, we do have, again, some snow falling across parts of the Eagle River this morning. You can see it showing up on the camera. Looks like they're plowing up a school parking lot as well. So I'm wondering if schools are resuming in some spots today. But otherwise, though, again, Land O'Lakes, 7-mile visibility. Other spots, though, not too bad. Any flurries falling out there are not a huge deal, but they'll start to taper off later today. But for now, the winds are out of the north and west coming off of Lake Superior. That is why we're seeing the lake effect snow this morning. As of course, that's the way the breeze is going in Lake Superior. Pretty much it's wide open right now, but with high pressure off to the west, allowing that steering current, that will start to change later today. That's why the flurries will end, and that will allow some sunshine to come out as well. But temperatures are cool this morning, starting off in the upper teens across the northwoods, even some middle teens off toward the north and west, but upper teens to lower 20s being noted further down toward the south. The winds are out of the north and west at around 5 miles per hour for most of us, but notice Hancock up into UP, 14 mile per hour sustained winds there. Your forecast for today, a cool start, but then we'll make it up into the lower to middle 20s today with a mixture of clouds and sunshine this afternoon.
Darts isn't usually a sport that makes international headlines, but at just 16 years old, Luke Littler is taking the world of darts by storm.
Yes, taking out former champion Rob Cross with ease on Tuesday night. Giscard plays in Wednesday night's final at North London's Alexandra Palace, which is as synonymous with darts as Wimbledon is with tennis, before finally meeting defeat.
Elsewhere in the world, on Wednesday, the U.S. Air Force announced it has recovered the black box from an Osprey crash back in November. The plane went down off the coast of Japan during a routine training mission, and all 8 crew members on board were killed. So far, the Air Force has not announced what caused the Osprey to crash.
For the first time in nearly 5 months, Ukraine and Russia swapped prisoners of war. Russia's defense minister said its force has handed over 248 prisoners to Ukraine, while the Ukrainians returned 230 soldiers and civilians to Russia. It is the first major swap of war prisoners since August, and Moscow said it is the largest documented so far.
Iranian state media reports at least 95 people were killed Wednesday in 2 explosions in the city of Kerman. Another 211 people have so far been injured. The blasts were near the burial site of slain military commander Qasim Soleimani. And according to Iran state media, the first explosion came from a suitcase bomb.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice is investigating an officer involved in a critical incident in the village of Rothschild that occurred last night.
At approximately 9:46 p.m., Village of Rothschild Police Department received a 911 call requesting a welfare check at a residence located in the 1000 block of Urban Street. Once they entered the home, law enforcement made contact with the subject. The subject fled from the law enforcement and ran into a bathroom, and when followed, pulled out a firearm. The subject discharged 1 round, which resulted in a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Law enforcement provided life-saving measures, and the subject was transported to a local hospital where they were pronounced deceased. The involved officer has been placed on administrative leave per agency policy.
Wausau sex offender was in court yesterday after being charged with breaking into the home of a 14-year-old girl and attacking her. 35-year-old James Begay is accused of climbing through the window of the teenager's home when she was asleep on November 17th. He allegedly punched her in the head and shoved his hand in her shorts before escaping out the window after she began making noise. Begay was on probation at the time after his sentence for meth possession was withheld in July. He also has a history of sexual violence with multiple convictions dating back as early as 2005. Begay's next court appearance will be on January 10th, where they will schedule a preliminary hearing because he is seeking an attorney.
The school district of Rhinelander received a $10,000 grant for professional development. The district got the grant from the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point Center Professional Development Grant. They will use the money for staff to attend the Professional Learning Communities at Work Institute program in Minneapolis. The June program will have a panel of speakers to answer questions about how to focus on learning, building a collaborative culture to transform your school into a place where students can learn at high levels. The district was selected as one of the top 4 proposals for 2024 for the grant.
And the lack of snow is not stopping a local ski shop from putting on a race this weekend. The Minocqua Winter Park Ski Shop is hosting a skating event on Lake Minocqua on Saturday. There will be 2 untimed races, 20 kilometers or 40 kilometers. People can also skate around if they'd like. Registration is required online or in person at the boathouse. The races start near the Minocqua Bats Stadium at 11, and there's a suggested donation of $20 for the event. All money raised goes towards the Minocqua Winter Park Foundation.
A referendum question for the Rib Lake School District will go on the spring ballot to combine the district's middle and high school buildings.
Superintendent Travis Grubbs said the addition will make it easier for students and teachers who have classes in both buildings. Family Consumer Science, for example, would have one classroom for middle and high school students, as opposed to two separate rooms in both buildings that teachers and students currently have to walk to and from.
We can make a connection, have it easy for all of our kids to come to one room, put all the money into one Family Consumer Science room to make that adequate and optimal for our students. People can walk through, they're not walking through ice and snow randomly throughout the day where doors have to be open, shut, unlocked.
Among the biggest improvements in the referendum will be security. Grubbs says they need security upgrades at the main entrances of both buildings.
The safety and security aspect is just a must today, and I think everybody can see that pretty easily. A secure entrance would give you access to a main office only, so then you have to verify that, get a name tag. The secretary is able to make sure you are who you are and you should be in here.
Grubbs also said improvements will be made to the high school's lunchroom kitchen, which serves food to the whole district and still uses much of the same equipment from when the school was built in 1964. The district is asking voters for nearly $20 million. An update on a murder mystery in San Antonio, Texas that left a pregnant teen and her boyfriend dead.
San Antonio police arrested a teen and his father Wednesday in connection to the deaths of 18-year-old Savannah Soto and 22-year-old Matthew Guerra. 19-year-old Christopher Preciado is accused of killing the couple during a drug deal gone wrong, while his dad, Raymond Preciado, is accused of trying to get rid of the bodies in a parked car. Last week, police released surveillance video to the public asking for help in the identification of two suspects. The bodies of Soto and Guerra were found in a car and parked near an apartment complex last month. Each were found with a gunshot wound.
With the presidential election less than a year away, immigration and border security will likely be a key issue.
And Wednesday, Republican lawmakers gathered at the southern border. Well, a group of bipartisan senators were working to come to a deal on border funding and money for Israel and Ukraine. NBC's Drew Petromil is in Washington with the details.
With migrants overwhelming small towns and big cities alike, 60 House Republicans head to the southern border to highlight what they say are failures of the Biden administration.
What we saw today only made House Republicans more resolved to stand for sanity and the American people.
A record-setting 300,000 immigrants crossed the border last month, and Republicans are pushing for a return to the harsh Trump-era policies criticized by immigrant rights groups.
The solution is to go back to the policies that work,
while also promising to begin impeachment hearings against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the border crisis.
The greatest domestic threat to the national security and the safety of the American people is Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
We've been dealing with a broken immigration system for decades.
Mayorkas defending administration policies at the border, saying Republicans have refused to cooperate on a solution.
Our administration under President Biden's leadership has fought for that long-needed fix since day one, when President Biden, on the very first day of his administration, submitted a comprehensive immigration reform bill to Congress.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a bipartisan group of senators is close to a border deal, while they also work to pass a budget deal that avoids a government shutdown and secures aid for Israel and Ukraine. Drew Petromil, NBC News, Washington.
And coming up next, 2 young adults began their battles with cancer during the pandemic, stacking hardship after hardship.
Yes, while their families were seeking support, find out what they actually ended up getting and why it was much more than they ever expected.
Snow flurries continue to fall across the viewing area this morning. Looks like to plow in the parking lot over at the school district over in Eagle River. Your full local forecast is coming up next.
It's January, and that means it's National Soup Month. Just wait until you see what we have cooking in this pot.
Start the new year off right and update your kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. Clearview is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update, you can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Get these Stroma kitchen cabinets for $2,839 now at Menards. Big buys, big savings.
Save big money at Menards.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Alrighty, welcome back. Let's get things rolling. After this morning, we have snow falling across the viewing area, courtesy of Lake Superior. So this is lake effect snow flurries that we're seeing. And Eagle River got some decent snow too, at least from the looks of the camera. A lot of white showing up there. It looks like they're starting to plow some of the walks there. I'm guessing schools resuming today or very shortly as well in many areas, including Eagle River. But for now, here's a look at the visibility. So we're seeing visibility levels down near Lando Lake. So we do have some flurries still out and about. Same with Phillips as well. And even Rylander, we've seen some flurries here as well. Nothing very meaningful, maybe a dusting at best of snowfall. We could definitely use a lot more, especially for those snowmobile trails and some of the ski resorts as well. But otherwise, though, we do have the clouds coming off of Lake Superior, which is pretty much wide open right now. And with that northwest breeze, courtesy of high pressure to the west, that's allowing the lake effect snow flurries to get in here. So the big picture looks like this. We have high pressure located right here. It rotates clockwise, though. So that's why we have a northwest breeze going this morning, allowing the lake effect flurries to develop. But we're going to start seeing that breeze change its high pressure, tracks off to the east. And that will allow, though, the flurries to taper off and the clouds to kind of get out of here as well. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky moving forward for us today and again tonight, too. So we will get some sunshine going later on, so keep the sunglasses handy. Even by tonight, though, the clouds break out for a while. We'll be under a mostly clear sky, allowing temperatures to cool off. But then the clouds move back in throughout the day Friday, as we'll be watching for another system moving in, maybe some breaks in the clouds further down toward the south, but a little bit of snow opportunities coming up, too, as we get towards Friday night into parts of Saturday. Now, look a little bit like this, so any potential accumulations will mainly stay in the northwoods with around 1 to 2 inches of snow possible Friday night into parts of Saturday. So that's when the best opportunities for this will take place. Obviously, we haven't had much snow lately, so anything that we can get will definitely help out, but we could definitely use a lot more. But further down to the south, though, minimal, if any, snow accumulations taking place there. Now, the system will look a little bit like this. Along and north of Wausau, watching for the snow that will be developing there. It'll track from the west to the east. We'll start to catch a break as we head towards Saturday afternoon, especially Saturday night and Sunday as well. That's when it starts to taper off. And then we'll have clouds as we head towards Monday, but then our next system starts to get in here as we head towards Tuesday. We'll get some snow with that too, but if you're traveling south into southern Wisconsin or Illinois, I would keep an eye on that too. More fanfare possible there, but just snow chances possible for us, at least at this point. Now, winds are out of the west to the northwest at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour this morning. Looking at Hancock up into UP, 14 mile per hour sustained winds there. Some gusty winds, not so much today, though. though, but by tonight, maybe some gusty winds up around 15, perhaps 20 miles per hour near the UP, and those winds will continue through Friday morning, but backing off by Friday afternoon. Temperatures are in the middle to upper teens this morning across the Northwoods, so a little bit cool here. Further down to the south, cool as well in the upper teens to lower 20s. Average high temperature is 23 degrees. We'll do middle 20s today. Then we'll be consistently in the lower 30s Friday all the way through next Tuesday. Then a cool down by next Wednesday, back in the lower 20s. A longer-term forecast showing a sharper cool down as well. But middle 20s today, partly cloudy with a southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, partly cloudy again, lows in the middle teens, southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, 7-day forecast. So it'll be mostly cloudy for the day on Friday, highs in the lower 30s. Snow chances get in here Friday night into parts of Saturday. Around 1 to 2 inches of snow could occur with that. Then Sunday into Monday we're dry. Then another chance for snow as we head towards the Tuesday.
It threw my life pretty much on the loop.
It's affected me a lot more than I would have ever thought. And it's like the little things, like I can't run anymore.
20-year-old Anna Stencil and 19-year-old Marshall Patton have been through more than this story can ever show you. Anna's aggressive brain cancer and Marshall's rare bone cancer battles began in the height of the pandemic.
I had to go through my 9 months of cancer-related stuff in the midst of hazmat suits and COVID tests.
And both of their cancers came back, keeping them on oral chemotherapy drugs indefinitely.
I take at least 1 2-hour nap a day. Yeah, it's hard.
Their families sought the support from the Childhood Cancer Family Foundation of Northeast Wisconsin, which gives grants to families impacted by cancer. But what Marshall and Anna found was so much more.
And I found somebody that I was actually able to talk and kind of relate to on a level that I haven't been able to with anybody else.
When both of their cancers returned, they had each other to turn to for support, but also for someone who just gets it.
We now have matching rings, so I think she's one of the closest friends I have.
Sarah Beth Jansen is the president and co-founder of the Children's Cancer Family Foundation, which is run by volunteers, but has already helped nearly 220 local families fighting cancer, gifting more than $700,000 in grants.
Just have an amazing group of very passionate people that are committed to giving back to the community.
Even as Anna and Marshall continue their own fights, they're now fighting for the future of childhood cancer.
Getting that diagnosis, it obviously wasn't the best diagnosis, but I feel like God put me on a path for doing cancer research, which is what I want to do. So I feel like if I didn't get that diagnosis, I wouldn't be on this path.
And coming up, if you're planning a wedding, learn everything you need to know about the Stevens Point Wedding Expo.
But first, Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. The recipe for Mamma Mia's tortellini soup.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Rhinelander Cafe and Pub.
It's January, and that means it's National Soup Month. What better time of year is there to celebrate a dish that warms us up and makes us feel all good inside? So whether we're looking for one to fill us up or get rid of the sniffles, the one we're making today is always welcome. We start by sauteing a chopped onion in a bit of olive oil till it's tender. To that, we add a couple cans of diced tomatoes, a splash of balsamic vinegar, a bit of chopped garlic, and a few off-the-shelf spices. We'll let this cook for a few minutes. Then we add a good amount of water and some condensed chicken broth and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, we add some frozen or refrigerated cheese tortellini and a bunch of fresh spinach. As soon as the tortellini is tender, it's time to call the troops to the table. My guess is they'll be their lickety-split, since who can resist homemade soup that's this hearty? Between the rich tomato broth and the plum cheese-filled pasta, what's not to love? As always, the recipe for Mamma Mia's tortellini soup is online now. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fill you up way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Stop by your local Ford dealer today for the best offers on our full lineup of winter-ready Ford trucks and SUVs.
Complete your home's decor with furniture from Northwoods Accents in Mercer. A casual store where you can enjoy browsing high-quality, made-in-the-USA furniture without a high-pressure sales force watching your every move. From sofas, recliners, bedroom sets, mattresses, dining room sets, and home decor, we have it all at Northwoods Accents, 5079 North Highway 51 in Mercer.
I need more information on what happened.
Need some help over here.
Is he dangerous?
Go get help. Don't move, don't move.
The lives of the people we love depend on us.
I plan on finding a way home.
Ready?
Absolutely.
La Brea, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
At Antenna TV, we've got big hair and even bigger personality.
I know that.
We've got cool guys.
Thank you. You have great taste.
Classy ladies. And strange characters. You can get wholesome family time.
You're the best daddy in the whole world.
Or, not. Because no matter what you're looking for, Antenna TV has something for everyone.
Good morning, and are you newly engaged? Well, make sure you stop by the UWSP Wedding Expo to discuss all things wedding related. UW Stevens Point is hosting the second annual Stevens Point Wedding Expo on January 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a $10 entry fee. There will be multiple workshops available, including wedding day timelines, flowers, details, and design and bar services 101. Local vendors will also be there to help you plan all the details for your big day.
Wedding expos, I haven't been to one, but they seem very fun because, you know, they got all the decorations. There's probably, you know, some bakers there with cakes.
It's good to, like, you know,
dresses.
you're just starting the planning phase. It's good to, like, see some ideas, maybe, you know, what you like, what you don't like, maybe start asking the right questions.
Exactly.
It's always, I mean, planning a wedding is always difficult. That's why it usually takes a long time. If you really want to plan out that wedding from the actual ceremony, whether it's at a church or at a beach or who knows where, and then a reception, and whether you want to, what food you want to get, or when you want to serve the food too. My cousin, actually, to use her as an example, actually, she got married, oh goodness gracious, I can't remember what, I think it was about, well, 2 years now. I think it was 2022 now. So the memory's serving, right? And after the wedding, though, at the church, they sent people to the reception. They decided to have the guests go ahead and eat before the party showed up, just to kind of, that way they weren't just sitting and waiting, which is definitely different from tradition, but to me, it kind of makes sense.
Well, one thing that isn't different from tradition
is trivia.
Exactly.
So trivia for today. What is the highest snow depth ever measured for this date, January 4th, in Winelander? Is it 25 inches, 30 inches, 35 inches, or 40 inches? The answer when we come back.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-645-3322 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-645-3322. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-645-3322. Call now.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
And a special birthday shout out to our country store winner this morning, Bentley Blondheim from Woodruff. Happy birthday and congratulations. You win a free ice cream cone and scoop from the country store in Eagle River.
Yesterday was Theo's birthday as well, actually. So happy birthday to Jeff's dog, Theo, our wonderful daytime station mascot. But meanwhile, though, what is the highest snow depth ever measured for this date, January 4th in Rhinelander? We have one guess for 35 inches.
I also am going to guess 35 inches.
You're going to guess 35 inches?
All right, Carol behind the scenes guessed 40. I'm going to guess with 40 as well.
Well, some of you are right, some of you are wrong. So this gets interesting. And the answer is, Kate, you won't have to cry today, Kate. 35 inches set back in 1969. So Kate can celebrate behind the scenes as well as anyone that got it right out here, which I believe was you, Jackie. Thank you. My brain's tired. Give me a break, Jackie. So,
no.
I think we're all tired, right? But meanwhile, there we go this morning. Maybe go outside and get some blast of cool air because we have some snow on the ground this morning. No, courtesy a little bit of lake effect, but it's not really messing with visibility all that much. But skipping ahead towards your next 7 days, though, we have snow on the way Friday night and parts of Saturday, maybe 1 to 2 inches with that. Then Sunday into Monday, we're dry. Tuesday, a little bit more snow possible. If you're traveling south in Illinois, southern Wisconsin, watch this system there. Those areas could have a little bit more fanfare. But for us, I don't think we'll have to worry about fanfare, but we could get something from this.
Interesting. Yeah, I know. I've seen there's a couple different models being predicted for this.
It is. Right now, we're not pointing over the paths could definitely be a little bit different. One could take a different direction. One could change, and that really could affect how much, if any, snow we could see. So it's kind of the interesting part. It looks looking more like the southern path right now, but again, it could be interesting. We could see another change with the runs, and we'll get a better idea as we get closer. That's why we don't go in depth this far out.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be an exciting time. You know, I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks. It's what we live for, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic day, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Weather Watch 12, weather from where you live.
Good morning. It's Thursday. Breaking overnight, those Epstein documents now being released.
What they are revealing and the immediate fallout. It's January the 4th. Good morning. This is Today. Unsealed. The first batch of court documents related to Jeffrey Epstein now made public, naming specific people linked to him. High-profile figures in politics, pop culture, and more. We'll have the very latest, the key takeaways, and how some of them are responding. Here it comes, that cross-country storm heading east. Millions waking up to winter weather alerts with more on the way. Al's updated forecast and the impact on your weekend just ahead. On edge, deadly explosions in Iran and the killing of a top Hamas leader in Lebanon, pushing fears of a broader war in the Middle East to new heights. This morning, new calls for revenge.